Any question you would like to ask? Yes.
Today, when I had my interview with you, I got to ask you to bless my things, and someone said that they're probably blessed anyway. Is this correct?
He knows best and you know best. What is your concept of blessing?
Well, to know that you blessed something so that it reminds us. But I have to know if it's blessed or not.
No. If this is what you think, that it reminds, that now you know best whether it will remind you or not.
Right now, it just reminds me of, I wonder if it's blessed or not.
That is, you see, that is what I'm asking. What is your concept of blessing?
When I pick up the garment, to think that, well, this is blessed by my master.
No, but what happens to the garment when it is blessed? Or what happens to you to wear it?
Nothing.
If it is nothing, you don't miss anything.
So they are blessed?
You have not answered my question. How can I answer your question, you see? Any other question? Yes.
Please, Master. After noticing the said in the spiritual bouquet that one day's negligence in fasting retards progress by 1 month. So, as that's so,
In one day's absence.
1 day's absence. So, I get the feeling that I just have to keep on struggling just to stay at the beginning.
You see, the whole idea is to emphasize this point on us, that we should regularly attend to our meditation. That is the whole idea. Because then mind starts finding justifications to putting it off with one excuse or another. And then we ultimately find we have gone far away from our regularity. So that is the idea behind it too. By our Indian way of explaining our phrases, you see. So that don't take it literary, but the idea is to make us regular. Yes.
I have read that Jesus came to India to study and to teach. I'm sure I read it in several books throughout the years. Does India have any record of his teaching and learning?
Sister, I know nothing. There are many school of thoughts. Some say Jesus went to Tibet. Some say he has been moving about in India. Some say he even died in Kashmir. And many, naturally, others deny it. And they have different tales to tell. But I personally think this is immaterial. Where a mistake takes birth, where he lives, where he dies, it's immaterial. The thing which we should try to know, his teaching, what he wants to share with us, what he has to put us on the right path, how he guides us on the right path. That is the main thing, and that we should concern. And that is very clear in the New Testament. And I have never given much, much importance to these things about the lives of the mystics. Because history is never truthful. No matter how research you make, how much research you make, it is very difficult to reach to the truth of the history. Now, Christ died 2000 years ago. And if after 1000 years you start tracing the history of his birth and bringing up and his, you see where he was born and where he was moving about or where he died, how far you can know? It's impossible. Mostly are guesses and presumptions, suppositions. And then everybody has his own mind to twist. So history can never be definite about any mistake unless it is written right. Even in his lifetime, you cannot know the truth. Even in their lifetime, if you write everything in detail, you cannot know the exact truth. You see. So it's immaterial to bother about the history of the mistake. But their teachings are very open to everybody. And we should give more concern to that. Yes?
Maharaj, when we come before you and we just feel so blessed and excited to have an interview with you, and so often we're so enthusiastic and nervous that we aren't able to say all the things that we're feeling, or sometimes we don't even say what we're feeling. Do you pay more attention to what our words are saying or to what our heart is feeling? Or do you listen to both?
You see, the Lord knows even what we don't say. He knows even what we don't say. Yesterday, Professor Sir read, you see, the Lord is not deaf that you are shouting to reach Him. He hears even the noise of an ant moving about. So, we should not worry what we have been able to say, or what we could not say, or what has been left to say. But still, we say sufficient. Whatever is said is sufficient. So we should give more attention to meditation. Meditation is nothing but knocking for His mercy at His door, to seek forgiveness from Him. Meditation is nothing else. It is just our expression of gratitude towards the Father. Just to tell Him how anxious we are to become one with you, how restless we are to be you, be with you, reach you. That is what meditation is. So, what we say is absolutely immaterial. Whether we could say or whether what we have said, it is more or less for our own mental consolation, nothing else. We feel light after saying that I have said. But He knows even before that, and He hears even unsaid things. But still, if we feel right by writing or by saying, there's no harm about it. But the real saying is meditation, nothing else.
I have one more question.
Yes.
And that is, when doing Dhyan, my personal, and I'm not sure other satsangs may have the same question, and that is, when I close my eyes and I concentrate on your physical form, so often I see your physical form just in my memory, putting on your watch and touching your face, and your face one direction or another direction, and different times, all the times that I've seen you, I think about how you were. And it's important to think of your physical form with your head stationary, not moving.
You see, I have so many times, sister, discussed here. For Dhyan, we should never associate our master with outside activities. Otherwise, mind just finds excuses to run out. From one link to another link to another link, and we find it has gone far, far away from us. So it's always better just to contemplate on the face of the Master and don't associate him with any other outside activities. Otherwise, we never know about our mind, you see, mind, when it may run out. Yes.
Sometimes I wonder how much you are affected by what is going on.
How much?
How much you are affected by what is going on. For instance, Mandara or initiation.
What do you mean by affected?
Your energy.
You know how much is left after the Bandara? If you stay back, you will know it. You see, we have to do our duty. Energy or no energy. We should try to do our best, that's all. Rest he knows best. Yes?
Master, why are we so filled with fear most of the time? Where has it all come from? And when will we be able to leave it? Will it eventually be
Sister, fear of what?
fear of just about everything? Some of us are even afraid to ask a question here in the evening. Others were afraid when the explosion happened this afternoon. Deep-seated fears of
Sister, fear of unknown is always there. That is in the nature of our mind. Fear of unknown. What may happen? What has happened which we don't see with our eyes? That fear of unknown is natural with everyone. So, and then it also depends upon individual development. How much they are prone to fear, you see, right from the childhood. Some people can't go to the darkness even. Unless there's a light, they can't sleep in the room. They will not enter the room unless the light is on. And somehow the mind has been conditioned in the childhood and they can't overcome that fear. Mostly it is individual, but generally fear of unknown is always there in everybody's mind. Yes?
What is most essential to make Simran complete? To complete Simran, what is most essential?
Most essential is that your mind should be 100% in Simran. You should be absolute in Simran and nowhere else. That makes the Simran absolute complete. If it is also doing Simran and also projecting other things of the world, then it is not complete. You should be just 100% there.
Is there any aids to help to fix it in the Simran?
You mean any age?
No, again, is there any
Aid?
other advantages of that?
You see, aid is just that we keep good company, we live in the atmosphere which is conducive and helpful for meditation, which is not pulling us apart from the path, from the meditation, from this atmosphere. These are the few aids which you see which helps us. We read literature, we attend satsang, we attend meetings.
But would it be better just to give quantity instead of, quantity would make quality? It's better to
What is your concept of quantity and quality?
to keep repeating the names as much as one can, rather than spend most of the time reading books and talking about the.
You see, you cannot always keep the name, mind also becomes, you see, then it revolts, start revolting. So it's better also to plan in such a way that you generate the atmosphere, then make use of that atmosphere, then again the atmosphere is generated, then again you make use of the atmosphere. That is the nature of the mind.
Better not to concentrate or just to accept periods or to, is it better to try to concentrate or
Well, constant struggle is always there. But when you get into the taste within, then you need not worry about the atmosphere or reading books or anything else at all. Then mind automatically is being attracted within. There's something to hold it. Some attraction is always there. Yes.
Master, it's my understanding that Simran is what takes us to your radiant form, and that the real Shabd isn't given until we reach your radiant form. So our primary concentration should be on Simran until we reach your form. Is that true?
See, yes, Simran, Shabad also helps. Shabad also pulls. Simran also helps us to concentrate. Shabad start pulling us. Simran helps to concentrate. They are both essential. Not one at the cost of the other. The object of Simran is to withdraw the consciousness to the eye center, and the object of Shabad is to pull us upward. Just with the help of mere Simran, we can't go upwards too much. Shabad ultimately has to pull us upward.
Well, the Simran is the knocking at the door.
Yes. Simran is knocking, but the door has to be opened then. Shabad breaks that door and pulls you upward, admits you in,
But that is the first step.
and then step by step. Yes.
Master, what causes the ego to inflate? Why is it that some people have very inflated egos and other people seem to be more humble?
Sister, but for ego, nobody will be here.
But what makes it inflated?
Everybody is full with ego. That is why we are part of this creation. But for ego, we will not be a part of this creation at all. We are all victim of that disease. We are all suffering from that ego. More or less, everybody is full with ego. And the only way to eliminate is to attach to the Shabad and Naam within. Because that attachment starts detaching us from the world. Ego is nothing but attachment to this creation in one way or another. So, when we are attached to something higher than this creation, then automatically that attachment starts creating detachment in us. The more we are attached within, the more we are eliminating ego from within. Otherwise, we are all full with ego. Yes.
Last night, the professor was talking about if someone is so pitiful, the master will take pity, show compassion, and take them inside. Even a sinner can get up to such time because the master shows compassion because the pitiful state they're in. And I'd like for you to explain that, and please tell us just how pitiful we have to get.
It's not in our hand to get it. All what we can do it that we can be sincere and faithful to meditation. Then leave everything at the Lord's mercy. We should make best use of the opportunity the Lord has given us. The facility, the environment, the atmosphere He has put us in. We should try to make the best use of it. Then we leave everything to His mercy. There's nothing in our hand to be sure about His grace, about His mercy, about His forgiveness. But He never lags behind, because He is the one who has planted that seed of love or longing within us, and He will naturally like it to nourish. The gardener who has planted a seed, he would like to see it to bloom in a plant. The Lord, when He has kept that seed of longing within us to become one with Him, so naturally the Lord also wants that this seed should flourish. So we may be lacking in our devotion and longing, but He is not lacking in pulling us. If we are honest and faithful to ourselves, He is more anxious to pull us to Him.
One other question.
Yes, please.
On the concept of a holy place, sometimes we hear people talking about this is a holy place or this is not a holy place. I read one time, I don't remember where, that any place that you sit and repeat the holy names in meditation, that is a holy place, no matter how filthy the place may be. Is that?
That's right. I often say in satsang, no place is dirty from the Lord's point of view. I'm not talking about the physical dirt and all that. He has not made any place which is not conducive to love Him. It is our mind which doesn't go towards the Father. Any place which reminds us of the Lord becomes holy for us. Any moment spent in His love and devotion is the best auspicious occasion for us in our life. In India, a lot of superstition is there to find out the best auspicious occasion for doing worldly things and all that. But the mistake says the Lord has not made anything bad. No time is bad, no place is bad. It is our mind which doesn't remember the Lord, which has made the place filthy and unholy. So you clean your mind. You fill your mind with love and devotion, that very place will become holy for you. And where that very moment will become auspicious for you. Yes.
When a person forgets all they were told at the initiation about the different steps in the meditation, except for the repetition in darkness, repetition in the forehead of the 5 holy names, that will still, sooner or later, take them to the radiant ball inside, won't it? Just repeating those names, not worrying about any other information we were given. That is enough.
Meditation will take us to the radiant form of the Master. And meditation consists of all these phases.
So, yeah. We don't need to think about them. We don't need to
Think about what?
anything we were told about, apart from the 5 names.
No, whatever we are told, that is also association with the meditation. That is just for our information. You see, if you forget the stages, for example, forget the name of the stages, doesn't mean that you won't be able to pass through those stages. You will still pass.
That's what I meant, yes.
If you are going by train from Bias railway station to Delhi, and if you forget the name of the main stations, even then you will reach Delhi. And if you remember the names, you at least know how much you have covered, how much is left. That's all. That's the only difference. Otherwise, whether you remember those railway stations or don't remember them, it is immaterial, as long as you are in the train. As long as you are in touch with the Shabad within, and your concentration is complete to become one with the Shabad, Everything comes in that. No other information is required.
That's right. The stage between down here and your radiant form inside when we get connected to it.
Nothing else is required
No.
if you are in touch with the Shabad. And if you have given yourself to the Shabad and Shabad is pulling you upward, automatically you see you get everything. Yes.
Master, a question was asked the other evening about a fellow who had had an explosion in one ear and was getting a loud ringing and was confused as to what he was hearing. In my own case, I have practically no hearing in the right ear. Does that mean that I still have to cover that ear?
No, you see, it's better to just keep your thumb there, that's all. Even if you don't hear anything, it's better just to make you conscious. Actually, closing right ear and not closing left ear doesn't make any difference at all. The idea is to cut down the outside noise. Why we close the right and not the left? Just to make us little conscious, to hear the sound from the left, to hear the sound from the right side. That's all. That doesn't mean that, you see, by closing only we hear the sound. Sound is here right at the eye center. Concentration is required. That is the main thing. But this we have to become conscious little of the right side. So naturally when one is closed the other is not. So we automatically become conscious of the right side. Yes?
So what, if it's coming from the left, if it does come from the left, should we listen to it?
Should you?
Should you listen to it if it does come from the left? So if it comes from the left side?
I'm not following your point.
If the sound does come from the left side of your, yeah. Should we listen to it?
You see, before, in the beginning, you just keep your attention here at the eye center and hear the sound from any side. Because you can never know whether it is right or left. If you start distinguishing right or left, you'll be just lost. But when it becomes very distinct and clear and pulling, then you are in a position to know whether it is coming from the right or left. And then you have to concentrate on the sound on the right side. Actually, we are only explained the left side, but generally we are never allowed by the master to go to the left side at all. For our information, these things are essential. But for practical purposes, generally we are never allowed to go to the left side. Yes?
Can you explain the format of the Punjabi satsangs in the morning and what are the books that are being used for the satsang? By format, I mean the one guy chants, the other guy talks, and then he chants, and then he talks.
You mean the Shabad which he is reciting? He is explaining from that.
Is this an old format that's been used for many years that one,
That old book,
the other one is explaining the Shabad? Is that
this is the form you see which Babaji started. Rather, I think it's right from the time of Swamiji Maharaj. That one man reads from the sayings of some mystic and then Swamiji used to translate it. Actually, Swamiji used to give satsang from the Granth Sahib because his family background was all Granth Sahib. And also Tulsi Sahib's Bani and Kabir Sahib's Bani. And other mystics also. But mainly it was Granth Sahib. And that Granth Sahib, you see, is with us now. You see, we have kept in our, you see, in collections. And this has been practice going on. Because if you otherwise speak yourself, then people will think probably all what you are saying, you see, whatever you are saying is something that's coming from you. But when that other, it is read from some other old mystic saints, then they get convinced that it is not any new teaching. Everybody is tied down with the traditions, old family traditional beliefs or traditional teachings. So they get convinced. Now, if I take a discuss with you from the Bible, it becomes easier for you to understand than just giving a lecture to you. So similarly, people read Granth here in Punjab, so we read from the Granth. People read Kabir, people read Paltu, Dadu, Meera, and so many other mystics. So we read from them and then translate what they have to say about Sant Mat. Just to convince them that everybody is harping on the same tune. Everybody wants our attention to be attached to the Naam and Shabad within. And everyone's teaching is same, irrespective of caste and religion or the time or where they are born. Just to convince them. In Granth Sahib, at least 70 or 80 mystics' teachings are included. It's not only of the gurus, it is other 70, 80 mystics' teachings are also put in Granth Sahib. The idea was only this of the one who compiled such a beautiful book, that everybody is sharing the same spiritual truth with us. So we are more concerned to follow that spiritual truth. But first conviction is needed in our mind, what we are going to follow. It is just to convince us about the teaching. When the conviction comes, then generally faith comes. Then generally practice comes. So that is why we read, this practice is coming on, you see, this in this institution also, that one man reads from some saints' sayings, and the other one translates it, or explains it more elaborately, those points. Yes?
Master, after I go back to the local Sangha, I'm going to be asked to give satsang to people at our Sangha. I was wondering if you could give some advice or some pointers on how you think satsang in the local Sangha should be held.
Let it come from you what you feel like to say. I won't tell you that you should say this and this and this. Let it come from you what you have to say, what you want to say. You can pour out what is boiling within you. Yes.
The morning satsangs in Punjab, even though they're not understood by English-speaking people, do they have meaning to the Shiva?
Meaning to? To what? Meaning to whom?
Some higher state of consciousness understand what's being said.
I don't follow your point. You see, meaning to the Westerners or what, meaning to the Sangat or what you're talking to?
There's is a message delivered to the Sangha, whether they understand what's being said or not.
Of course. They are all, whatever is said, they are very attentive to it. They are hearing it, every word of it. Otherwise, they won't be there. Whatever is being said from the stage, every word is fully understood and heard.
Even for English-speaking people?
That they know best how much they hear, how much they understand, that they should know it. Probably they understand the language of heart, if not of tongue.
Is it not an advantage?
Pardon?
Is it not an advantage not to understand?
Is not an advantage not to understand?
Is it not an advantage that we do not understand?
No, I can't say it is an advantage that you don't understand. It is a little disadvantage. You see, if I now speak in Punjabi and you don't understand, you think it will be an advantage? Understanding is still better, but even otherwise, there are other ways and means to understand without language. Language of love doesn't require words, doesn't require expression. It's very, I don't know how far it's right for me to say or not. Once I told Sardar Bahadur Maharaj Ji that your satsangs are very short, because he used to hold satsang for just 45 minutes. And as you find, my satsangs sometimes are very, very lengthy. And great master satsangs also used to be very lengthy. Sometimes runs into 2 hours, may even more. And Sardar Bahadur said, you know I have been a professor all through my life. And I know you cannot hold the attention of an audience more than 45 minutes in a class. I've been teaching students and they are hardly attentive for 45 minutes. Then they start wandering, their mind start wandering. And what is the sense of saying when they're not attentive after that? And I very humorously said, I said, who hears your satsang? He says, what? I said, we only go for darshan. It is immaterial what you say. So lengthy satsangs are better. He just smiled and walked away. Anyway. Yes.
Master, in our meditation, when we're going through some relatively good experiences, and then we have some periods that are very dry, does that indicate that we've gone through some good karmas and then are now working off through some bad karmas?
Well, brother, you have experienced just in these few days, sun doesn't shine every day. Sun is always there, but you don't see it every day. So ups and downs are always there. Sometimes we are there, sometimes we are not there. Sometimes our mind is concentrated, sometimes our mind is not concentrated. Sometimes thick layer of karma comes. So many factors you see are responsible. Yes.
Yesterday was remained unfinished. A question.
Yes, you can ask, please.
Trans and his wife had a discussion with other scientists in Athens before coming here. Their subject of discussion was the quality of the food that we have to take as a scientist. And then their discussion revealed that many bread makers, bakers, and meat sellers, and animal farmers, in promotion, in their effort to promote their interests and make people eat their products, they leave the line of genuine food and genuine bread, and they put chemicals in bread. They put fats in bread, in all kinds of bread. Not all Athenian, but many of them. And so it becomes very difficult for Satsangi to find just the kind of food that we Satsangi's have to eat. They do not know what to do, because all foods in restaurants, in bakers, and other trades tend to make food such that we mustn't eat it at all.
You see, I understand the problem. I understand the problem. This is really a great problem, especially in the West. But we should try to do our best with the honest intention to know whether it contains anything non-vegetarian in it or not. And then we have to depend upon the mercy of the Lord. We have done our best to satisfy ourselves about its content. If still we are deceived by the business tricks or business people, then you see at least our conscience is not guilty about it.
Yes.
We have done our best to take all the possible precautions which one can take. Then we leave it to the mercy of the Father. That is all what we can do. Yes.
How bad is coffee for you?
Pardon?
How bad is coffee?
I don't think there is anything bad in the coffee or tea or the water or a milk. It depends upon what suits you. Some drinks suit somebody, other drinks don't suit other characters, you see. There is, as far as Sant-Mat is concerned, there's nothing wrong in coffee or tea or milk or honey. But these things don't suit everybody. And some people have their own fads, own likes and dislikes. So it doesn't interfere in Sant-Mat point of view in any way. Yes.
Master, the Bible starts by saying, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
God created?
The heavens and the earth. But it doesn't say how. How
Then?
God created.
Then?
I mean, he didn't use his hands to sort of mold it. How was it created?
You mean God can't create anything without his hands? Are you sure God has hands?
I don't think so. I just think that,
Then, if he has no hands, then how can he create it?
well, that's what I'm saying. How, is it mental? Is it, some books say that the world.
You see, we try to understand all these things on the physical level. As we do things, we think the same way God should do or must have done. God is a power. He is not any man with hands and feet and head and tail. He is a power. When you read St. John, St. John explains that nothing existed before the creation except the Word. Word has created the creation. And Word is God. Word is God. That there is no difference between the creator and the creative power. They're same thing. Creator and the creating power is same thing. And we cannot understand how he has created, why he has created. Because as you are trying to explain, we can only understand at the physical level. And these things are beyond the physical level, beyond our intellect to comprehend. And we can never know, no matter how much investigation you do, how much research you make, you will never know about these things. Yes?
How do you think about when an unmarried Satsang couple lives together or a Sika couple thinking about initiation?
Unmarried couple living together?
Satsang couple
Living together.
living together.
Then?
And or a Sika couple thinking about initiation from Satsang point of view.
I don't understand. What is the difference? When they are couple, it means they are married.
No, they are not married.
Then how do they call it couple? The concept of couple is marriage. That is what the dictionary says. Couple, the word is always used for the married people. They are not couples. And you know the principles of Santant. What is there for me to discuss? Unfortunately, this is becoming very common in the West now, to live without marriage. They want all the pleasures of marriage without any responsibility, without any obligation, so that they can walk out anytime they feel like, which is wrong, absolutely wrong. This is not in line with the Santat principles. That is why so much emphasis is laid on the moral side. Yes?
I've been reading from Path of the Masters recently, and I believe that what Julian Johnson was saying, one, that Christ was basically an advanced yogi. He doesn't really refer to him as a master. And also, there's a quote in there, I believe, I don't have it exactly right, I think Christ said something like, I am the Word made flesh. Is that a familiar quote?
What is the difference between yogi and a master?
I don't know.
They are all Indian words. It depends how you use them. What you mean by them. Sadhu, yogi, Mahatma, evolved soul. They mean what you meant by them. So we don't know what he wants to express by that word. And moreover, who are we to sit on judgment of anybody, whether one is master or not? We are only concerned with their teaching. And we have to see how much they tally with the teaching of other mystics and saints. We can only sit on judgment on somebody from whom we are in a higher position. Being on the ground, you can't know the flight of the birds. You have to fly along with them in order to know. So we shouldn't never think which mistake, to what extent he has gone, how much he was a saint and how much he has advanced. That's not for us to guess or judge. Who are we? We have to see whether their teaching is the same or not. But they are also harping on the same spiritual truth, same spiritual lessons they are wanting to give us. That is, we have to know from their teachings. And that also, just to feel convinced within ourselves that what we are doing is the same thing what they have been teaching. Otherwise, a disciple doesn't need any book at all. We read books, we attend meetings just to feel convinced that what we are following is the right path. Just for our conviction, so that we may build faith, so that faith may lead us to practice. That is the whole purpose of reading so many mystics, so many saints. Just when a liar argues in his case, he cites so many judgments, authorities of different high courts, just to corroborate his point that what he's saying is right, his reasoning is right. So similarly, we read the sayings of so many mystics and so many saints, just to just to be convinced, to make our conviction stronger, to make our foundation stronger, on which we are building our meditation. The more you are convinced, the more faith you build, the more you attend to your meditation. Why should we sit on judgment? Who's great and who's not great? One missionary asked, great master, he used to tell us, that house what we have now at Byas railway station, which has been marked for satsangis to stay at night or in the morning when they get down from the stations. So this was a missionary center in Babaji's time. So whenever great master used to come to Byas, he would often meet that missionary on the road walking about. One day he asked him, who is great, whether your Babaji Maharaj or Guru Nanak or Swamiji Maharaj? And Maharajji said, I have seen only Babaji. You bring before me Guru Nanak and Swamiji, I'll tell you who is great. You see, how do we know about anybody whom we have never met? We are only concerned with our own master. Other things we just read for our convictions, corroborations. That's all. So we should only approach those books from that point of view, not for sitting on judgment on anybody. Yes.
Maharaj, can satsangis get darshan from the master's successor?
Pardon?
Can satsangis get darshan from the master's successor?
What do you mean by can get darshan? And can he have darshan?
Yeah.
You see, it will always remind him about his own master. No matter how much he looks at his successor, it always strengthens his faith in his own master. There is no betrayal of love. This is just reminding or reviving the love of your own master. Yes.
Master, it says in all the books that real meditation with love and devotion. But the love and devotion is not in our hands, is it?
Not,
It's not in our hands.
well, we built it. We create it by meditation. We strengthen it by meditation. We help it to grow by meditation. As far as our hand is concerned, there's nothing is in our hand. Even sitting in meditation, I would say, is not in our hand. That also by His grace, we should have that opportunity, that facility, that environment, the circumstances, the health, and other engagements, daily routine, which are nothing in our hand. That is all His grace. Yes.
Master, satsangis, what kind of involvement should we have in politics of our country or the world? Should we just let the world deal with this? Or?
Well, that is entirely individual concern. As long as we do not compromise with our principles on which we are building our treasure and attending to our meditation and building our treasure, the rest is individual concern. How much you want to go, how much your interest is left in those things, and how much interest you can take in those things. You see, meditation itself creates interest absolutely in a different direction and pulls your mind from different directions. If you are regular and you are devoted to your meditation, many interests will just fade out, just loosened. Your mind won't run to them at all, in spite of your best intellect. You just can't take interest in those things. Your meditation helps you to develop a certain interest in certain direction and automatically forces you in that direction. provided you are attending our meditation. So automatically, many interests fade out, many interests are built within us. But we can't describe hard and fast, this you should do and this you should not do. Yes.
Master, sometimes in our daily life, some of us in a period of Sattva-gun experience that the professor was talking about, perhaps like at a beach or a waterfall or a beautiful sunset, all our senses seem to become one-pointed at that time. For a brief second, we may feel a period of transcendence and oneness. Is that a lower chakra opening, or are we approaching the
No question of lower or higher chakra. You are enjoying nature, your mind is receptive to the nature, beauty of the nature.
Sometimes it seems to give you a feeling of oneness outside of yourself.
And nothing wrong with it. Very innocent interest. As I just told you, as long as we keep to the principles of the Santmat and attend to our meditation, nothing hard and fast, what we should do or what we should not do, where we should go, where we should not go. It comes from us within automatically. Yes.
When we use silk, the animals who produce silk are killed for its purpose.
Well, we shouldn't bring up animals for the purpose of killing. That is, of course, wrong. If your main purpose is to rear them just for killing, that is not right.
So we should not use silk.
Pardon?
Silk.
You mean silk? Well, silk has become such a part of life. But now there is so much synthetic silk coming, you see, you don't know even which is synthetic and which is real and which is not, and how do they make it. But on the whole, naturally, it involves, if it involves killing, it's not a very right thing. Yes.
Master, if a person becomes initiated into Santmat and the person's spouse that the person is married to does not support the principles of Santmat, such as vegetarianism, and takes alcohol and drugs, what is that person's moral obligation to continue in the marriage after being initiated?
You mean the other partner is not...
Not supportive in the guidelines and the principles?
Well, that is a personal life. But since it's a husband and a wife, they have to play their part. He should be a good husband, she should be a good wife. And this Santmat is something individual with the Lord. The marriage doesn't come in the way. And neither marriage should interfere in such things. Because this is the individual relationship with the Father. It is not a marriage relationship with the Father, it is an individual soul's relationship with the Father. And any man with understanding, any person with understanding, with reasonableness, should know that this is something between the soul and the Lord. Why should I interfere in that? There should be so much understanding and reasoning.
So the person should make every effort to continue the marriage?
I think so. I won't like any disharmony in the family if he was happy with all those qualities or disqualities in the partner before becoming a sasangi. And now he should be tolerant. And perhaps that may change the life of the other person, seeing the good example of the partner. If the other side becomes a living example, it may also affect the other person. And it does affect. Yes?
Is darshan of the master only with the eyes, or is it just being in the presence of the master? For instance, if we're in here in the morning, like in the morning, we were in here, and there's people that sit on the side rows, and we see you from the side, which is very nice to see. And I was wondering about, is that considered darshan, like being in your presence?
What is your concept of darshan?
I have thought that it was the look of the master.
That is not darshan. Look of the disciple at the master is darshan.
Great. Thank you. That's what I wanted to know.
Master is not having darshan. We are having darshan of the master. You see, darshan is nothing but a helplessness of a lover to look at his beloved. That is darshan. He doesn't calculate its gain or loss. He never thinks how much he has gained by so many minutes of darshan. Lover never thinks anything else. He is just contented to look at the beloved. And only beloved exists and the lover exists. And for them, nobody else exists. Lover is happy in that. And that is darshan. We always try to calculate mathematically that I am having darshan for 10 minutes or half an hour, how many karmas I have washed, how much spiritually I have gained. You see, we gain nothing. If we calculate like that, and we are always with pen and paper, we are writing how much we have been able to gain, and spiritually we gain absolutely nothing. We are going rather back. It is a pull in the lover towards the beloved, and which he can't resist, which he can't help, which forces him to be there in the presence of the beloved. That is darshan. And what the beloved gives to the lover, that asks the lover what he gets. Yes.
Does that also work with a picture when we're halfway on the other side of the world?
Pardon?
Does darshan also work with a picture when we're halfway around the world?
Same, even if the beloved is not there and the pull is there for darshan, he is getting the same effect. He just closes his eyes and with his beloved he is with it, even mentally. He is happy in that love which he is experiencing within for the beloved. Yes?
Just to clarify that point, maybe for all of us, it's not the picture, it's the longing to be in the presence. It has nothing to do with a photograph or video coming to the darshan. It's just that you have to have that love and the longing to be in your master's presence. Is that correct?
That is right.
It's not the picture at all.
Your presence in the presence, just your mere presence before the master doesn't mean anything. If that longing is pull and is not there. Darshan is in that longing and pull, that helplessness which forces you to be there. That is darshan. Yes.
Master, it's even the fact that we after initiation our meditation, is it true that there is some love working inside, even if you are not conscious of it?
Can you repeat your question again?
Just the fact that we ask for initiation and we do our meditation, is that a proof of the fact that love is working inside of us?
Definitely. That seed is sown by the Lord, which is sprouting. Whether you are conscious or not conscious is immaterial. But for that seed, which the Lord has kept within us, nobody will even search for him, much less for the means to reach him. Yes?
You said in meditation, Master, that you're supposed to picture you in front of us. Where in front of us? In our mind or in front of us when we're sitting?
I've not followed your point.
You said the other day that
when we're doing our Simran, to say it to you in front of us, like you were sitting there in front of us.
Just here. You have to feel your master is here. And you are sitting here in his presence and doing Simran. Being here, you have to do Simran. Not being outside. Being within, that your master is within here at the eye center, in the darkness. And being in his presence, there you are doing Simran. Yes.
Sometimes during darshan, we're lucky enough to get eye contact with the master, and we feel very special inside. When you're looking at us in darshan, are you thinking of the person that you're looking at, or is that feeling all from the heart of the disciple?
Masters always look at every disciple, wherever they may be. He is right within every one of us and he is always looking at us. Sometimes we are not very happy that he is looking at us.